I want to call order the meeting of the Tumwater Civil Service Commission. Introduce myself. I'm Blake Chard, the chairman of the commission.
I'm Pat Schneider, Commissioner.
Wendy Mowdy, Commissioner.
Michelle Sutherland, Secretary Examiner.
Brian Hurley, Fire Chief.
Jay Mason, Acting Police Chief.
Okay. Any recommended changes to the agenda?
Yes, I do have a change. Number 9, we are actually going to strike that from today's meeting. We will bring a revision to that back to you for the June meeting.
Okay. All righty. So we've got 3 sets of minutes to go through. So we got March 13th, March's regular meeting, and then the special meeting we had on March 31st, and then April's regular meeting. So has everybody had a chance? Let's take them one at a time. The March 13th, has everybody had a chance to read through those?
Yes.
Is there
Yes.
any questions or comments or revisions?
I had thought that we had approved with the motion, but but in the minutes, I think it said that it hadn't been approved, and that was to, move forward with the police exam for the 4 individuals to get them retested. And I thought we had approved that, but it said that we didn't in the minutes, so that was my misunderstanding, I guess.
Well, there was quite a bit of confusion, I think, in that time frame. I had made an error by suggesting that the candidates that had passed could begin immediately, and that threw the question in that then created the need for the special commission meeting on the 31st. So
Okay.
I think the legal opinion was that we should say that was not approved because of that error.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. Seeing no other, entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll move that we approve the minutes from March 13th.
Okay, I have a second.
I will second that.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, the special Civil Service Commission meeting held March 31st. The only business that we had was to go ahead and adopt a revised plan to retest all of the candidates on the oral retest. The oral boards were just those. We got that right? Just those that were not included in the list. Is that correct?
It was, yes, approving that all of the candidates from that pool be retested equally.
Okay. Get a motion or any questions or comments?
I wasn't there, so I take those minutes as verbatim as they were recorded.
Okay, I will move that we approve the minutes of March 31st, the Special Civil Service Commission. Second.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been proposed and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those that are approved. And then our April 10th commission meeting. Are there any questions or comments?
None
Okay.
for me.
Entertain a motion to approve those.
I'll move that we approve the April 10th, 2025 minutes.
Okay, it's been moved. Can we get a second?
Second that motion.
Okay, thank you. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of April 10th. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Now we're gonna get a status of May eligibility list update.
Yes, we do have a status of all of our eligibility lists for May of 2025. We really don't have very many changes. We have several of the lists that remain active and continuous. So there will always be additions and deletions from those. And that is all that we have for the update for May of 2025.
That doesn't take a vote, does it? It's just information?
That is correct.
Okay. All righty.
Okay, next we have the police officer entry level list. Asking for approval for May 2025 and notification that we've removed several candidates from the list. We had 5 withdraw and we had 2 fail the chief's interview.
Okay, any questions or comments on that list?
My only question was just answered with FCI, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll move that we approve the list.
Okay, we have a
I'll second that.
little second. It's been moved in second that we approve the police. Where are we at?
Police
Police
officer.
officer entry level.
The entry level list, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, the next item.
The next item is requesting approval of the class specification for the new police records supervisor position. So we've got the class spec here as written by the police department with the general statement of duties. The police records supervisor will be responsible for the oversight, management, and compliance of the police department's record systems. The position ensures that all records are accurately maintained, stored, and disclosed in accordance with applicable state laws and public disclosure regulations. This position also provides supervision for administrative staff. So, did anyone have any questions regarding this class spec and the essential job duties that have been listed for it?
Well, I had a question. Is this a new position?
It is. This is a new position that was approved in our 25-26 biennial budget. And this position, I'll let Jay speak to just a little bit, but we have body worn cameras that will be implemented, I
Got it.
believe, sometime this year or next year. So it's in direct relation to that.
That's correct. With us taking on the body worn camera program, one of the things that we recognize is that there'll be a substantial increase in public records requests and disclosures. And the other piece too is that we've learned from some of our past mistakes with implementing in-car cameras is that with the implementation of the in-car cameras, we did a good job getting the officers and the sergeants on the front end to evaluate the system, but we did a really poor job of understanding the impacts on the back end to our front office staff, specifically as it comes with records retention and disclosure. So we want to have someone in place who will help us evaluate the system in tandem with our administrative sergeant that's coming online or in early July, so we can make sure we're good fiscal stewards and make sure we get the right system in place to benefit our community as well as our department.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I remember reading about this new position. Okay, understood. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Any other questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the police record supervisor exam plan.
I would make that motion. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I move that we approve the police record supervisor new position.
Okay, second.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been proposed and seconded. Approval for the police record supervisor exam. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes, so we're to number 10, updates.
We actually have the record supervisor exam plan, so that is the next.
Oh, the record
thing.
supervisor specification. Okay, sorry,
Yep, so we did the specification, now we're looking over the exam plan. So going over the minimum qualifications as stated in the class spec. So that's what we will be looking for when this position is posted. We've got recruitment and screening. And we'd like to do the oral board in late May or early June after we have a qualified pool of applicants. The oral board will consist of 10 to 15 questions, and here's the breakdown of the rating criteria, along with that candidates are required to have a 70% minimum score, which will be ranked on an eligibility list presented to the commission for approval.
I have just a general question on who normally sits on these types of oral boards?
So historically, this is a new position, so we actually haven't had anyone sit on this one specifically, but obviously, subject matter expert, probably someone from another agency who deals with public records specifically, Lacey or Olympia, just because they're kind of our peer entities. Maybe someone who deals with public records for the city side, and then either a community member or some other third party to help us evaluate overall competencies.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, any further questions, comments on the exam plan? Okay, if not, we have a motion.
I'll move to approve the record supervisor exam plan.
Okay, we have a motion. Can we have a second?
Yeah, I would second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So now the record supervisor exam plan has been approved. So now we skip 9, right? Because it was struck.
Yes, we are skipping 9. Sorry to make you dizzy with that. I'm going back up to the agenda.
So now we're at updates. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'll jump right in and mention, I think at our last meeting about our newest firefighter, Kayla Garcia. She is at the Fire Training Academy in North Bend, which is where the State Academy is located, and starting her training there. We had a couple of promotions. Jared Simmons has been appointed to the fire training lieutenant position, vacated by John Kaler's retirement. And that's was effective May 1st. And just today, after the chief's interviews, we promoted the #1 candidate off the fire lieutenant list, Trenton Brazy, to fill that open position created by Jared's promotion. So very excited that, using lists that we've created through this entire civil service process are helping us fill our positions, and we're pretty excited about that.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For us, we have just a personnel update. We have 2 new hire officers up at the academy. We have 1 waiting to go to the academy. We have a lateral that has started on FTO, and then we have a new hire who's actually came to us from Liquor and Cannabis. So he's already completed the Criminal Justice Training Academy, and so he will be starting on FTO actually, I think, tomorrow. So we have those 5 in process. Additionally, we have the Sergeant's Assessment Center, which will be held later on this month. It's going to be proctored by Public Safety Testing, so you'll be seeing hopefully the list come before you for certification next month. And then also, I mean, as we go through this transition period, with the department, with me moving into the chief's role as of July 1, it will create a vacancy in the deputy chief position. So we'll be coming to you with a request for hiring an exam plan in that, as well as potentially another front office position. So we have a lot of moving parts in our organization, and there's a lot of good things occurring. But anytime there's transition within an organization like ours, it puts a lot of stress on us. And so we're just doing what we can to get the right people in place so we can really move into mid to late 25 pretty boldly, because we have a lot of initiatives that are coming online. And so we're actually pretty excited about some of the opportunities that are coming our way.
Okay,
Great.
all righty. Next
A
meeting.
quick question.
Go ahead.
Quick question for Acting Chief Mason. The additional training center that's up in Arlington, is that right? Have you been
Burien.
utilizing?
Criminal Justice Training Center is in Burien.
Okay, yeah. So I think I just saw something on the news that they had added an additional CJTC in Arlington, Washington.
So in the last legislative, one or two legislative sessions ago, they actually introduced the concept of satellite training locations, which is highly beneficial because for the longest period of time, all police officers and deputies across the state had to go through Burien in order to be certified. With one exception, Spokane had run an annex location for a while, but then that one had been closed down. So they are allowing organizations to stand up satellite locations, which makes one, it gives us more capacity, but two, just geographically, right? It's not such a big deal for us because of where we are. Getting up to Burien isn't horrible, but if you were in Walla Walla or you were someplace, even on the peninsula, sending people to CJTC can be cumbersome. So I know that they have a satellite location in Vancouver, a satellite location in Kennewick, the one you're talking about in Arlington. I feel like I'm missing one other one as well, but they're trying to get those stood up to help process through the vast amount of new hire candidates that we have.
So,
Yeah, I was just curious if like you had seen an impact, like if your wait times were shorter for Tumwater. I can't see how it would be easier for Tumwater to go to Arlington, instead of Burien, but I was just wondering if that was offering some relief, at more availability, I guess, at the Burien.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to send any of our candidates to any of the satellite locations. And actually, but the wait time for Burien is still, or any of the next training classes is still longer than we would like. I want to say that we hired Brittany Turner. I think she was actually hired in February, maybe early March. And she currently has an academy start date of early July. So, it's 4 months that we're hanging on to someone, and it's not wasted time, but it's not optimally used time. So I guess that would be my answer to that.
Thank you.
just follow up on that, those satellites. Do they do the whole course at those satellites?
Yes. So the satellites are basically like an external or satellite college campus location. And then they utilize local facilities for firearms and things like EVOC and the track. But yeah, it's a full meal deal.
Okay, good. Okay, any other questions, comments?
No, it sounds like a great plan.
Yeah. All right, with that, our next meeting is scheduled for June 12th. I will be here. Are there any other conflicts?
Nope, I will be here.
Okay. Very good. Well, if there's no further business without opposition, I'll call the meeting adjourned.
Good night, everyone.
All right, thanks,
bye.
everybody.
Thank you.